G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son. We're going on with Combat Commander Europe and Mediterranean, depending on what we've got. Going through our chronological stuff, and we are doing Tournament Battle Pack Scenario 8, which is Codes in the Sunrise. The scenario is designed by Brian. I don't know the full name. So hopefully he'll watch this and let us know. Righto, so Allies get the first go, so let's go down a little bit here. If you remember, we've got Sergeant Casey and his people here. We have a blocking force here, and we have Lieutenant Lyndhurst up here. And they're supposed to be commandos trying to capture people, so let's go and see what we've got. Okay, so the British have got an advance, sustained fire, a move crossfire, which is good, a recover assault fire, a rout, which is not so good, and an artillery hidden wire, which is totally useless to them. Okay, so the British can exchange up to 4 cards each turn, and discard up to 4 cards each turn, rather than doing anything, and the Germans can do up to 6. Okay, so what do we want to do? We can't rout at the moment, so forget about that. We can't recover at the moment, forget about that. So do we use a move and the advance? And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to use the move to start with. So we'll do that. And my intent to start with is to move Sergeant Casey and his mob. Righto, so remembering we have a 5 hindrance straight up. Okay, so we have a move for the first order. So Sergeant Casey has activated all of his people. This line unit will move first, and it will go 2. And we can have a look-see to see if he is in line of sight, and do we have line of sight through wire? Oh, I've only just thought of that. Do we have line of sight through wire? We can't shoot through wire, can we? I'm trying to remember now. I feel like a twit. Wire. All occupants, entanglement. Occupants cannot participate in a multi-hex fire group. A moving unit must stop. And weapons cannot be fired from wire. Yeah, okay, so we can go through. It's just an extra hindrance. Rightio. So he goes to there. So if they were going to shoot at the moment, I'm not even going to look at their cards yet, but if they were going to shoot, they have a hindrance of 5 straight up. So, and his firepower is 5. So he's shooting for nothing straight away, and this bloke's in to cover. So is that a good bet or not? And I would say not. So he's going to move another 2 to there and stop. This bloke is going to move with Sergeant Casey. So they're both moving together, and they go 2 and 4 like that. And he's not going to bother shooting again. And this one goes 2, 4. So that's our first order completed. Okay. And that's all we're going to do. So we'll get our next card. Righto, so what are the Germans going to do? They have a rout assault, a move crossfire, a fire no quarter, and a rout assault. So, rout assault is totally useless to them at the moment. They don't really want to move, so they've got a fire no quarter. So, again, if they want to shoot, this is the only bloke at the moment who has a target. And there exists a hindrance in every hex equal to the difference between... Yeah, so he's got a 5 hindrance to here. So if he shoots, he has nothing to help. So no. So he's going to keep the fire card. He's going to get rid of the 2 routes and the move crossfire. No, he's going to keep the move crossfire. Okay, so that's those 2. He gets 2 cards back. Okay, British. And they've picked up another recover. So they've got 2 recovers and advance, which are great to them. They have a route hand grenades, and hand grenades are great, but I don't need them at the moment. And we have an artillery, so we're going to get rid of the route, hand grenades, and the artillery. Get 2 new cards, and we're back to the Germans. So they kept a move and a fire, and they have another fire and another fire. So what they are going to do is they're going to use a fire. I'll use this one here. Knocking my tweezers off. Knocking my glasses off. Righto. So rifle here in H9 is going to fire at this line unit. Or is he? We're basically doing this for shits and giggles. So he's actually going to fire at Sergeant Casey. Simply he's got a couple of chances of hitting rather than 1 chance. Okay. So he is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means he's in range. He's shooting for 5. -5 for the hindrance is 0. And he's got nothing that'll help. So he's 0 plus 6 for a sniper. So he's shooting for 6. And the sniper is at J5, which is HIJ5 over here. Doesn't affect anyone. Okay, so the first one here is the line squad, which has got 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at that. And 10 is 20, so he's great. And Sergeant Casey has got 8, 9, 10. Plus 11, so he's safe as well. Righto, so that's their first, and that's their last. They're not doing anything else, so we'll get rid of that card, get a new one. And the British started with their 2 recovers and an advance, and they picked up an artillery dig in and an artillery denied dig in. And again, dig-ins are lovely, but I don't really need them at this time. So I'm going to get rid of them. And get 2 cards back, and we're back to the Germans, who have 2 fires, a move, and an artillery with a hidden entrenchment. So place foxholes in a non-building hex into which your opponent just fired. Okay. Well, we haven't fired anywhere. We didn't really intend to fire. And the only places we're going to fire at the moment are into buildings, so that's totally useless to them. So they're going to get rid of that. And get 1 other card. So we're back to the Palms again, and they've gotten another recover and another artillery. Okay. So we're going to get rid of these 2 cards and get 2 more cards. Now I can see how fast this game is moving, and it's just, the tension is there. What's going to break? Righto, Germans. 2 fires, a move, and a recover hand grenades. Okay, well, they want to keep the recover. They want to keep the fires. They're going to get rid of the move crossfire. Are they? Are they really? No, they're not. They're actually going to use this fire card. And again, same thing, but they're going to fire at this line unit this time. So they're flying. They're firing for 5. Through 5 is 0, so they have a 0. Plus 4 is 4, so they're hitting for 4, and we are 7, 8, 9. Plus 8 is 17. Okay. The whole idea of that is basically to keep the cards moving. British, 2 recovers, an advance. Oh look, another recover and a move. Right. Let's move. And what I'm going to move is this LMG up here, seeing as he had to pull back so far. And I'm going to try and get up here to number 5. So we'll go 1 to there. Now, if we have a look, he could hit him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, he'd be going for a 0, but this bloke's on a road. He can't be. Okay, so do we want to? And I think it's worth a go. So we're going to fire, and we're going to use crossfire for a +2. So we're shooting for 5, 6, 7, -5 is 2. Shooting for 2, +8 is 10. Okay, now him, he's sitting on 7, -1 is 6, +9, so he's safe, and we have a sniper, and the sniper is at M10. And, okay, let's come over here. M10 is wonderful. See, right here. And we are going to get rid of the corporal, like that. He has been wounded. Right. So those go there. So he's going to move again, and he comes up to here. Now he is out of line of sight, if I'm correct. Yep. Okay, so he's out of line of sight. So that's 2. And then he goes a 1, 2 into there. Okay. So that's our first turn. And that's all we're doing. So we get 1 card back. Righto. So the Germans have 2 cards only. They have a fire, ambush, and a recover hand grenades. So the recover's not going to do them any good at the moment. So they're going to keep the fire card and draw 3 new cards. Okay, back to the British, and they've picked up a rout assault fire, which, again, not much bloody good for anything. So they're going to get rid of that, and they're going to also get rid of the recover assault fire. Yeah, that's it. And they'll collect 2 cards. And the Germans have a fire ambush with a fire ambush, and a rout hand grenades. And, that's going to be handy for them. Place mines into a hex in which a unit just moved or advanced, and the mines attack immediately. So they are going to keep that, that's for sure. They can't fire at anybody at the moment, so what they're going to do is they're just going to get rid of this rout card. So they've done that, they got their card back. So the British now have 2 recovers and an advance, and they've just picked up, oh look, another recover, and confusion marksmanship. Okay, this is no good. I really don't want to get rid of the marksmanship, but I've got no fire cards anyway, so I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm actually going to get rid of the 2 recover hand grenades, so I'm getting rid of all these 3. I've got to try and get some movement cards. Okay, Germans have 2 fire ambushes and their hidden mines, and they've picked up command confusion marksmanship. Jesus Christ. Okay, so again, they're just going to get rid of that. Back to the British. They've got an advance and a recover, a rout hand grenades, a rout assault fire, and a fire concealment. So they'll keep the fire, get rid of the routs. Wow. Okay, the Germans, 2 fire ambushes, an artillery denied, hidden mines, and hidden wire. Okay, so I'm not worried about the wire. I'll get rid of that. The mines are nicer. So that goes back to the British, and they have rubbish and a really, really rubbish. They're both gone. 2 new cards. We might finish this game without moving anybody. Okay, Germans. They've got to move. They don't want to move. Well, I suppose they could move that rifle unit now, couldn't they? Is it worth it? Let's have a look. He's sitting here. They've been slowed down by this wire. He could move to here for 1. He would be out of line of sight of anybody. 2, 3 into here. Or he could go 1 out of line of sight. 2, he would be in line of sight. 3, 4. Or 1 in line of sight. 2, 3 in line of sight but covered. Okay, let's pull him back a little bit. Do we want to do that yet? No. We're going to get rid of the move. That's it. British turn, and they have another rout, and we'll get rid of those 2 again. And it's back to the Germans, who have another move. I think they're trying to tell me something. I really don't know. Bugger. I think the gods are trying to tell me something. So the Germans are going to use this move action. So he's going to go 1 to there. And there is no line of sight due to this building to anyone. Then he's going to go here for 2. And now there is a line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The light MG would reach it anyway, and with the 6, the squad reaches it because of Sergeant O'Casey. And we also have this line here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, who's in range. So let's have a look at what the Poms have got, and they have another fire. So let's do it. Okay. So the Germans have moved. We are going to fire. We are going to have this gentleman here as the primary. So he is shooting for 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8, up to here. Minus 5 is 3. So it's 3 plus 8 is 11. Oh, that's the biggest hit so far. And he is 7, minus 1 is 6. And he's got nothing that can help him. And he's 6 plus 9 is 15. He's fine. So he's gone 1, he's gone 2, he goes 3, 4 into there. And he is out of line of sight of anybody. And that is all he's going to do. So he gets his 1 card back. And the British have an advance, a recover, a fire, and a move. So they are going to move. Okay. So again, Sergeant Casey all set up, ready to go. They're going to go 1, 2, because he's jumped the wall. There is no line of sight here, and there is no line of sight here. 2, 1, 2, 3 to there, and then 4 to here. These are moving together, and they go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. And because they're going to stop right there, and this guy is going to go 1, no he's not, he's going to go 2, 3, 4. I screwed that. Okay, so that's the move done. Right. Is it worthwhile me firing at him? I'd be firing for 5 plus 1 is 6. It is 1. And he's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I don't think it's a good bet. Not at the moment. Okay, so we're going to take our 2 cards, and we're back to the Germans. So they have 2 fire actions. They've got their mines that they didn't use this time, and they have an advanced sustained fire. Okay. So they're going to use the advance, and they're going to advance him into here. Okay, which simply gets him away from these people here. And that's all he's going to do. Righto. British have got a move and a command confusion. So they're going to use the move again. And they're going to use the move again on just on him to bring him into line. So he's going to go 1, 2, and then he's going to go 3, 4, and they're going to go, hang on a tick. There's mines in there. So let's grab some mines. Dun, dun, dun. Righto, so he's hit. So this is 6 plus 7 is 13. Plus the event, which is draw 1 secret objective. Oh, let's have a look here. Swish, 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 and secret objective for the Germans. Okay, so he's hit for 13, and he has 7, and there is no cover. Okay, so he has 7 plus 9 is 16, so that's good. And we have a sniper at 04. So 04 is up here, and it's just out of range of them. Righto. So what else do we want to do then? Okay. We're going to use our advance now, and we're going to use it on Sergeant Casey and the rest of his people. They're going to go 1, 1, like that. Right, and that's it. So they get their 2 cards. We're back to the Germans, and the Germans have 2 fires, and they have an artillery request for wire, which they didn't use this time because they're cheeky like that. So what do they want to do? I think I'm going to actually get rid of this. I'm going to keep the 2 fire cards. So they get 2 cards. Back to the British, and the British get a fire, smoke grenades, and a move crossfire. Right. Okay, so we're going to use the move first. Okay, so we're going to activate Sergeant Casey and his band of cutthroats. And his first guy is going to be this line unit here, and they're going to go 1 to there. Okay, again, we have no line of sight up through here because of trees and everything else. And this is where I want that route now to try and get rid of this bloke, but I can't get it. Not that, there's only a 12 that would route him, but hey. So we have 1 to here, no line of sight from anyone. Where else do we want to go? So we're going to go here for 2. And again, we have no line of sight. So we are going to go 3, 4 to there. And now we do have a line of sight. We have control of this. Yay, we say. And the Germans have a fire, which they're going to use, and they have a crossfire that they're going to use. So he's going to be shooting in here. So he's shooting for 5, 7. Yep. So he's shooting for 7. So that's a 5 because the hindrance in here. So he's shooting for 2. Plus 6 is 8. And we are 7 plus 3 is 10 with lots. Now, we have to try. Okay, so he's to there. Now, these 2 are moving together again. So they go 1 to there, like that. Sorry, 2 to there, like that. And he can shoot again. So he's shooting for 5. Minus 5 is zip. So he's shooting for 7 plus an event. And the event is interdiction. Suppress 1 unit in a hex with less than 1 cover. Okay. There is not 1 unit with less than 1 cover other than his mortar. That wasn't real smart of us, was it? Right, okay. So he's shooting at us for 7, and we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 there. Plus 8 is 15, and we have 8, 9, 10, 11 there. And time, gentlemen, please. Okay, so time goes up. This comes down now to hindrance of 4. Is a bit more light. Righto, so time marker advance. Triggering player shuffles his discards. Done. No sudden death. Defend against a VP. So the Germans now have 7. There's no smoke, there's no setup, and there's no dig-ins, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so they've moved as far as they want to move, so now it's this bloke here, and he's going to move out of this minefield to here, and he goes, ouch! So the first thing that happens is the mines attack. So again, that's for a 6 plus a 10. So we have 16 plus a sniper. This is going to hurt. And the sniper is at B9. And B9 is down here where we all started. So he missed us. Okay, so 16 for here. And there is no cover, so it's just a 7. So we have a 7 plus a 7 is 14, which is not enough at the moment, but the event is Elan. Increase your surrender level by 1. Okay, so we're up to an 8 surrender level, and this poor gentleman is hit. And then he can shoot at him. So he's going to shoot. So he shoots for 5. And that's it. So he has 5. So that's 6 that he has because of the hindrance. So he's shooting for 6, and we are 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we get the 9. So that's good. Right. So what else do we want to do now? And I think what we will do is use our recover. We're going to try and recover this guy here. So we want less than a 10. We get a 5. And we rejoice. Yay! And there we go. And that is the end of the... Yep. That is the end. Sorry, here would have been one more because it's only 4 now, not 5. Sorry. End of the British turn. So we will stop there. That's at 32 minutes, which I think is long enough. And we'll come back with the Germans' turn. Righto. Thank you and bye for now.